What is your message
What is
to
the
the
word?
young listener today?
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It's always nice to be chilling with Neo and the Kingpin and the YTV team. Good morning, South Africa. But what we're talking about this morning is how bad do you want it? Simple line, but it carries so much power. How bad do you want it? Now, I'll tell you a story that is relayed to me by Eric Thomas. He says, there was a certain young man who wanted wealth, who wanted fame, and who wanted power. He went to this one guru that he had identified as being this awesome, opulent, great person. When he got to this guru, he said, I want to be like you. I want to make as money as you make. I want to be on the same level that you are on. This guru said to him, okay, you want that? It's cool. Let's meet up tomorrow by the beachside. This young man was like, okay, sure, cool. He's excited. He slept. he couldn't even sleep. He woke up in the morning, he put on a suit. He woke up in the morning, he put his suit on, he wore his shoes, he walked down to the riverside. And the guru was like to him, okay, you're looking kinda formal. Because the guru only had his sandals on, his shorts, and he had a hat on. Then he said to him, okay, walk with me, let's walk into the water. This young man was like, what do you mean walk into the water?
Wait, are you telling me that the guru said to him, let's walk
let's walk into the water.
into the river?
Yeah. Let's walk into the
Now
water.
this young chap is wearing his suit because he wanted to impress.
Yeah. The guru is like, let's walk into the water.
Okay.
So they start walking. So the water is now ankle deep. The young man's like, oh, this is real now. Hey man, stuff is real. Like you're actually walking into the water. They walk a little bit further. The water gets to the waist. So everyone's like, hey, what's going on now? They get to the point where the water is up to his neck. The guru grabs him by the hair, by his head, he shoves him down the water. The young man, he's kicking, he's screaming, but you can't hear his screams because it's underwater.
Yeah.
You know, at that particular moment, you know, he really wants to jump out, and then the guru lets him go. I want to ask you guys this morning, what do you think was going through this young man's mind when he
This
was...
nigga wanna kill me.
He's trying to kill me.
This guy is trying to kill me.
He's trying to kill me.
I
He's
shouldn't have
terrified by
asked to
me.
be
Yeah.
rich.
And then tell me this. What's the one thing that in that moment do you think he wanted?
Well, like
He wanted to live.
Nah, I'm searching for another word. When he was under the water, what do you think he wanted the most?
I want air.
Yeah?
I want air. I want to breathe.
Exactly.
Because if I've been underwater and I'm being kept underwater for
Yeah.
a while, the one thing that I want to do, I
breathe.
want more than anything, I don't want money. I don't want food.
Yeah.
I don't want no women.
Yeah,
I don't want
that's
no
true.
nice house.
That's
I don't
true.
want no car.
You wanna breathe.
All I want
You
is
wanna
to
breathe.
breathe.
That's exactly.
Then we can move on to
That's
these
exactly.
other things.
That's true. And this is what this guru says to this young man. He says that the moment you want success as much as you want to breathe, that's when you're going to attain it. I need you guys to understand that bad in this sense, how bad do you want it is our verb. How bad do you want it is our driving verb. That is what needs to keep you up at night, and that is what needs to wake you up in the morning. How we break down the word bad is boldly accessing dreams. Boldly accessing dreams. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter if it's a public holiday or not. It doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, if it's a Saturday. We are boldly accessing dreams. What is boldness? The boldness is the innate ability to go into stealth mode when people are around you. The boldness is the innate ability to sit up until 2 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 3. You sleep an hour shift because there is no complacency when you're on the pursuit to greatness. There is no complacency when you're in the pursuit of being the best person that you want to be. Simply said, if you want to be great, question yourself, would you spend 27 years behind bars to be great? Would you spend 27 years behind bars chasing a dream so that you can attain it for the future generations to come? How bad do you want it? A lot of people are talking about being bad, but they won't even put the time in. A lot of people are talking about, I want it so bad, I want to be this great, whatever. I want to be a president, I want to be a CEO, but they don't even show it in their mindset. I need to tell you one thing right now, that I've got my mind made up, that if I want to be a president, my mind is set, my soul is set, my motives are set, my motivation is set to be the president. That is what needs to happen, because when you key your mind into that mentality, it doesn't matter. So tomorrow if he falls out, I am there ready. That is important for you to then get your mind in place, get your mind in tune, get your mind in motion, so that whatever happens, you are the next in line. Whatever happens, you are ready for that opportunity. You see, in this country, we've had so many different opportunities where many people won the lotto. But none of those people, but most of those people are not where they are supposed to be today. They are worse off than they were before. Why? Because their minds were not ready for the wealth. But I told you that the first step to greatness and the first step to wealth and success is for you to get your mind on check. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? The how bad is what should be ringing in your head in the evening when you want to sleep and you know that you need to put in that assignment in. How bad you want it is that motivation that needs to go through your mind when you are just about to give up. How bad do you want is when you show up to the pay station and they tell you that your fees for this year are due, or we're gonna cut you out of class if you don't pay. That's how bad do you want it. So you'll work 2 jobs, you work 3 jobs, you work 8 jobs. It doesn't matter because you are driven by a dream which is much bigger than you. How bad do you want it? Those are the questions that you need to question yourself. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? What drives me? What pushes me? What moves me? What is gonna get me to where I'm going? How bad do you want it? Are you willing to show up at 6 a.m. to run a show so that you can be great and move to drive time and move to the breakfast show? How bad do you want it? Are you willing to work night shift? Are you willing to work night shift so you can be CEO? You see, in my short-lived business life, I've met different people. I've met one man who told me that he started at a company as a cleaner. He then prepped himself and then moved to a salesperson, then moved to being a sales manager, then moved from being a sales manager from being a director and all that stuff, and he got the blue chip of sales. The outer pumekasi. I'm motivated by that woman who wakes up at 4 a.m. ihlanganisa flour, ihlanganisa nama oil, ashaya amagwinya boy. Athengisa amagwinya marenkeni naba labantu kiba bathu bathengisa amagwinya. He's selling fat cooks to all these different people. This woman is selling amagwinya to all these different people, but they want it so bad. They up at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're up at 5, but you won't do it. All you want to do is you want to shoot to stardom. All you want to do is want to shoot to being a CEO. How bad do you want it, South Africa, this morning? I want to tell you that the B.A.D show is the show that is going to prep you and that is going to position you in the right mentality of kings, in the same mentality of billionaires. You need to want it as much as Patrice Motsepe wants it. You need to want it as bad as Bill Gates wants it. How bad do you want it?
How
Why
bad
did
do
he?
you want
How
it?
bad do you want it?